Yes, we back. Yes. Why you panic out of winning trades, right? So most traders, they think they have emotional problems, right? But honestly, they're just entering trades with zero confirmation, right? And that's why every pullback like this, every pullback, it scares you. You you're in the winner, it pulls back, and you panic out of these winners. You just exit early, right? You move stops too early because deep down inside, guys, deep down inside, you are guessing in these trades if you're just using these candlesticks right here. So let me show you a trade that I took today, right? And this is how exactly how whale activity builds confidence in a trade and why confirmation matters more than emotions, right? Confirmation matters, right? So coming into New York session today, let's just open the premium section on uh on here, right? Coming into New York session, we had a plan, right? We're above VWAP. We have bullish context coming into New York session, right? The pre-market plan was simple, right? What we're going to do is we are going to break and retest previous day high and London high around 169 to 188 area. So this is the pre-market game plan that I send to my premium members every morning, daily, right before market open, so they know the game plan, right? So there's no chasing random candles. There's no like FOMO entries, right? We're just waiting for whales to actually participate, right? So now let's go back into the chart, right? Let's go back to the chart. Okay. So what I saw here pre-market was this is previous day high here, right? Before market open, this was London high and previous day high right here, this blue line, right? So this is a key location, right? Everybody's always looking at previous day high and London high, right? Because this is an area where price rejected, right? That's why you have a previous day high. That's why this area is a key area and a level to actually look at, right? During day trading for Nasdaq futures or ES futures. Well, so if the buyers hold above this level, continuation is higher, possibly, right? So we come into the market. Now let me go zoom in into the volume footprint candles, right? So at 1028 here, right? We have this aggressive buyer imbalance right here, right? Aggressive. And I call these aggressive buying imbalances, they are called whales in the market, large participants in the market. So there's so much buying pressure that entered the market around here, this green box I marked out, right? Um, and it closed above previous day high here, right? So that's already telling me that the whales are coming into the market at previous day high, which aligned with my pre-market plan. And then for further confirmation, we look at delta, and the delta is positive, right? We know that the buyers are clearly taking control here. So this is what builds confidence, guys. Okay, confidence doesn't come from like motivational videos. Confirmation comes from I'm sorry, confidence comes from confirmation. When you see these aggressive buyers participating, right? Now you feel like you're not gambling. You're actually just following the whales of the market. Simply put, right? So entry at candle close, you're gonna put stops below your behind your whale. So if you're wrong, you're gonna get immediately stopped out here. These are 1 minute candles, guys, right? And the way um the way you manage your trade is you just follow the volume footprint candles on TradingView through each candle, right? It's not that hard. The next candle shows up, right? We see here next candle at 1029, right? What do we have here, right? We have another whale showing up here, another large participant showing up into the market, right? This is the second aggressive imbalance, right? So now buyers are aggressively lifting the offer. So this volume footprint candles are showing continuation, guys, at previous day high, not rejection, right? You can clearly see here that the whales are stepping in. All right. Now, for you guys that are like panicking when they're in the trade, they see a pullback, right? With small pullbacks scare you, and you're watching these pullbacks and it scares you. But it scares you because you're watching regular candlesticks, right? This is the difference when you have this on, right? And when you have this on, you see the buying and the selling inside the candles. So you don't panic exit, or you don't, stops to break even so quickly, right? Because you're what you're watching is you're watching buyer aggression, right? You're watching your delta, you're watching the whales participate in the market. This is all market intent, right? Intentional. These are intentional moves by the whale. So if the whales are active, right? Why would you exit? Why would you? Why? And that's why most traders they cut winners early, right? They have no confirmations to enter, right? And the emotions just takes over. Clearly here, next candle, it gives you a confidence because you see the whale participation coming in, right? At the 10:30 candle, right? This is where my original target was near high, this teal dashed line, right? But look at this 10:30 candle, right? Coming off from these two whales, right? Look at this. Aggressive buyers are all stacked on the right side here, guys. Buyers controlled all of the candle here. The momentum expanded right through New York high. And then we have another whale right here, right? So this alone was 2 minutes. Once from entry, 1 minute, 2 minute, less than 2 minutes, hits for 40 points and 1.5 R, right? Now, the big takeaway, guys, here is confidence is not something you magically develop, guys, okay? Confidence comes from seeing confirmations like this, right, in real time, right? But once you understand the aggressive part, the absorption part of things, the delta flips, the whale activity, man, the market starts making more sense to you guys, right? So that's why, for me, I created what I call the whale pivot checklist, guys, right? I created this one. This is not the actual checklist. This is just a poster of it, right? I created this thing, right? And this is the exact framework that I use before each trade, right? And over 5,000 members. I don't know if you could see it here you can only see it on the mobile, but over 5,000 traders use this in my free Discord right before their trades, guys, right? So this is just putting everything of the whale pivot model into just one checklist so you can have it next to you, follow it for your trades. Don't listen to me. Take the checklist, right? And use it before every trade, and you let me know how it goes. So comment whale below, and I'll send you the exact checklist for free. All right. And I'll see you in the Discord later.